Welcome to the English Coffee Office. Today is Wednesday, July 16, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Hey Alex, how's it going? Grabbed your coffee yet, or are you just daydreaming by the machine again?
Hey David, I'm doing all right. Just waiting for this slowpoke brewer to finish up. How's the sales hustle treating you today?
Oh, same old, same old. Chasing quotas and buttering up clients. But hey, any excuse to sneak away for a coffee chat with you is a win in my book.
Huh. Nice try with the charm, but I'm not sharing my extra sugar packets. I'm glad for the break too. Let's catch up before the inbox explodes.
You got it. So, did you catch that news on CNN about the new trade tariffs? Something about President Trump slapping a 30% tariff on Mexico and the European Union starting next month.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a pretty bold move. Could really mess with global supply chains and jack up costs across industries.
Tell me about it. I'm already dreading the calls from clients whining about price hikes on imported stuff. Gonna be a real pain to smooth over.
I bet. From a project standpoint, it could throw off our timelines if sourcing materials gets pricier or slower. Have you had to tweak any deals yet?
Not yet, but I'm bracing myself. Might have to toss in some discounts just to keep them from jumping ship. There goes my commission.
Ouch, that's tough. I'm curious if this will trigger retaliatory tariffs. Could spiral into a bigger trade mess before we know it.
Man, don't even put that out there. Last thing I need is more hoops to jump through when I'm trying to close a sale.
Fair enough. I guess we'll just have to watch how this plays out over the next few weeks. Could get messy?
Yeah, no doubt. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed that it doesn't hit my numbers too hard. Gotta hit that quarterly target.
I hear you. Let's hope the impact stays minimal for both our teams. Disruptions like this can ripple out fast.
For real. Hey, speaking of disruptions, did you see that piece in the New York Times about the big push in business tech? They're saying digital transformation with AI and automation is basically taking over.
I did, actually. It's fascinating. Companies are doubling down on tech to streamline everything, from operations to data crunching.
Man, that's nuts. I just hope they don't figure out how to automate my job. Can't charm a robot into signing a contract, you know?
Huh, I think your people skills are safe for now. But seriously, I'm already seeing AI tools cut down on manual tasks and project management. Saves us tons of time.
That's pretty slick, I'll admit. But I'm still a bit old school. Give me a good old spreadsheet and a phone call over some fancy bot any day.
I get the hesitation, but these tools can free up space for the big picture stuff, like strategy or building client trust. Have you played around with any new tech lately?
Nah, not really. I'm still trying to figure out why my laptop updates every 5 minutes. Tech and I don't always get along.
Fair enough. I'm thinking of testing a couple of platforms for my next project. Could be a real game changer if they deliver.
Hey, if it means less grunt work, I'm all for it. Just don't expect me to read a 100-page user guide to get started, all right?
Deal. I'll keep it dummy-proof if I pass anything your way. It's all about working smarter, not harder, right?
Exactly. Though speaking of hard work, I'm still wrapping my head around all this tech hype. Feels like every week there's some new gadget or app I'm supposed to know.
I know. It's a lot to keep up with. But even small changes, like automating reports, can make a huge difference. More time for coffee breaks, at least.
Now you're speaking my language. More coffee breaks? Sign me up. I'll even learn to code if that's the payoff.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll settle for you mastering the next team app without calling IT every 2 minutes.
Ouch, low blow. But fine, I'll give it a shot. Just don't laugh when I accidentally crash the system.
No promises. But hey, it's all about progress, even if it's one glitch at a time.
True. Hey, on a different note, did you catch that story on CNN about the Philadelphia city workers wrapping up their strike? Trash was piling up everywhere. Glad they got it sorted.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a relief they reached a deal. Strikes like that really show how much we depend on essential workers.
No kidding. Can you imagine the smell if that went on for another week? I'd be working from home just to avoid the stink on my commute.
Huh? I don't blame you. It's interesting though. Issues like fair pay versus city budgets are such a tough balance to strike.
Yeah, I get why they walked out. Nobody wants to bust their hump for chump change. Well, the streets are a mess, but man, the city bigwigs must have been sweating over the bad PR.
Probably. It also makes you think about how these disruptions hit community vibes. Trash everywhere isn't exactly a morale booster.
For sure. I'd be grumbling every day if I had to dodge garbage bags just to get to the office. Talk about a mood killer.
Totally. I wonder if this will nudge other cities to rethink how they handle worker compensation before things blow up like that again.
Maybe. But you know how slow the wheels turn with that stuff. Probably take another 5 or 10 strikes before anyone in charge wakes up.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a small victory for Philly. Keeps the city moving for everyone who lives there.
Yeah. Gotta celebrate the wins, even the smelly ones. Hey, did you hear any details on what they settled for? Any big raises or just a pat on the back?
I think it was a mix. Some pay bumps, but also compromises on healthcare or benefits. It's never a full win for either side in these things.
Figures. Still, better than nothing. I just hope they don't have to hit the picket lines again anytime soon.
Same. It's a reminder of how much behind-the-scenes work keeps things running, makes you appreciate the basics.
Totally. Like I'm just happy I don't have to dodge trash on my way in. Small blessings, right?
Huh, exactly. It's the little things that keep us sane in the daily grind.
Speaking of the grind, I've got to get back to mine. Got a client call in about 10 minutes that I can't flake on.
No problem. I've got a project review to prep for anyway. Same time tomorrow at the coffee spot?
Wouldn't miss it for the world. Catch you later, Alex. Go crush that meeting.
Thanks, David. Nail that call and I'll see you soon.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.